Okay, got myself a sharp dull needle, and now it was easy to come from one side to the other, pull it through completely. So now we're back on the right side. My spot is almost gone, and my mark, and I do need it, so I put on a little bit more. Now what we are going to do, now I'm going to show you, this is the chin area, okay? Now what you're going to do is you are going to take up right under the chin, so please follow that line under the chin and pick up just about, well, half an inch. Now I'm talking in inches. About 1.5 centimeter directly above this neckline. So it's still in the face area. And pull it through. And be sure that your thread is going over this cheek. So I'm not pulling it through very firmly, not yet. Just lie it there, okay? Then we turn and turn. Let me show you, how can I show you this the best way? Okay, still like this. So imagine, here's the chin, and I pulled my thread through. Here it is. Here was the middle. Here is the other ear I want to go through. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the back side of your needle, and here you made a cross stitch, and I want this needle to come under the line behind, so on the back of the head of that cross stitch, just under the line. And I don't take any head or wool or anything, only the thread. And I do that with the back side of my needle, so that that's easy. When I pull through, it will all come together. Okay. Now I'm going to pull this, pull this, pull this, pull this. Okay. Now you see, I can't pull this thread that I just placed under the eye line. I can't pull it to the face because it's stuck behind the cross stitch, and just give it a light pull. Okay, so what we have now, let me see it like this. Okay, what we have now is we have the long tail over here, it can't come around. We have the short tail, still the short tail over here. So now it's on both sides. And we have two lines, one here and one here. It's going to form the cheeks. We bring both strings, both threads, to the upper of the head. And we're going to knot them together with a great deal of power. Now you can first use the shoestring method. I'm used to this, so my hands are used to doing this painful work. So we're going to knot this, well, in this case 3 times, and I'm going to pull on top of the head as firmly as I can, really as firmly as I can. If you think this is too difficult for you, then please do the shoestring trick. Oh yes, poor doll. Yep. Okay, now comes the difficult part when you're doing it on your own. Take off your needle. I have far too much thread, but I can always use that another time. And place a knot on the knot. So that's secured. Phew. Now, that was the hard part. Now you can cut them loose. I always leave a centimeter or 10, because I always put these ends into the head one more time, just to be sure that my head doesn't fall apart. Now, we have this. We have a mark in the middle. That's where I want my middle of my face. We have ear, and we have ear. Now we only have to pull. Okay, this is the front. Here's my mark. This is the front. This is the back of the head. Now I forgot something, I see. I forgot my crochet hook. So just a minute, I'll pick it up. Back again. Now we're going to pull this line. It's over the back of the head. We're going to pull that down. We take our crochet hook, place it under the string, other hand on the back of your head, pull and pull with this hand. With this hand you pull the head under the string, away from the string, and with this head you pull the thread completely down. I like to pull it as far as I can on both sides. So, alright, now isn't this a nice round firm head with a lovely back head? Exactly the way I wanted it. Now these threads you are just going to stitch them away into the head by using your big needle or a smaller needle. You do that with almost all the threads, almost, like this, and then you can cut it off. But I like, because you stretch this string, this thread, lower to the neck, but it isn't secured. It could be flipping back. Not that it does, but just to be sure, I take a small thread, piece of thread, nothing fancy, just a short piece. It's the way I do it many ways, and I just go under both the back of my needle, as you can see, under both of the strings, 1, 2, okay, and just make sure it's difficult to do and to show what I'm doing, but I guess you can do it with the crochet hook as well. But the point is that you want to get a short piece of thread under those both lines, so you can knot them together, and that makes it secure, and your thread of your back head won't go anywhere. It's just to be sure. Now there are neater ways to do this, but because we are going to felt this face, yes we are, there is no point in doing that. So just make sure that you make a couple of knots. Those threads I'm not stitching away because I'm going to felt over it. Okay, so work those strings, work those strings. You have the complete head ready for felting. That will be the next video. Make sure you have felting needles and some wool, the same wool as we used for the head. If something is unclear, then please let me know, because this is very difficult to film yourself while you're doing it, and keeping track of whether it's a perfect view for you. Okay, that's all I had to say today. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see a lot of your heads. Doll heads. Your own head is perfectly fine too. Okay, have a very nice weekend and see you next week.